Welcome back to the adventure, all of you beautiful fellow degenerates and evil, vile fascists. Welcome to the resistance. This is MAGA country. How's it going? Good morning, everyone. Man, that speech from Pedo Hitler last night was something, eh? So, it's no surprise to anyone that civil war has been something that the mainstream media and various pundits have been throwing around for a while now. And MSNBC's Eugene Robinson called the speech last night a wartime address. Because that's not inflammatory or pushing us ever closer towards the cliff at all. Nah, in no way, shape, or form is that making things worse. It feels like the Civil War is here, Tiffany Cross says. Now, you can come to foxnews.com and read this article, or you can, go straight to MSNBC. I don't really care where you get your news. Frankly, if it's not an independent, uncorporate media journalist, they're not trustworthy anyways. However, the parts of this that are relevant, I think, it doesn't really matter if you read it on Fox News or MSNBC.com. This has become a common theme on MSNBC as liberal host Tiffany Cross has expressed her fear that civil war is here after intense reaction to the right to the FBI raid on... just go watch MSNBC. We know that's true. The Post columnist has made a number of eyebrow-raising remarks in recent memory in a July 4th column following the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. Robinson compared abortion seekers to slaves attempting to flee for free states. This is why I felt the need. It's stuff like this that made me feel this was worth talking about. This article was worth talking about. Because, again, you can use this as sort of a highlighting. It doesn't matter if you read it on Fox.com or you go straight to the horse to hear it from them. This kind of stuff is what's driving us closer to the cliff. And for the record, I don't think there's any stopping at this point. And at this point, I don't think throwing more fuel on the fire is any more objectionable to any other kind of political discourse right now, because at this point I feel like it's inevitable. This train has run away on us. I'm just highlighting the fact that the people continuing to throw wood in the burner to get the train going faster and faster towards the cliff, it's still the left comparing abortion seekers to slaves freeing slavery. Okay, sure. It's not fucking racist or anything. It's not minimizing the trials of slaves or anything. No. The Post made a similar claim last month when she host Guest hosted for MSNBC's Read Out. People keep saying a civil war is coming. I would say a civil war is here, she said. Well, I would actually agree with her. We've been in a cold civil war for quite some time now. I would say at least the past 10 years we've been in a cold civil war, certainly since Obama's first term. Left-wing historian Michael Beschloss had previously claimed Biden's speech in Philadelphia was inspired by presidential speeches before two of America's greatest wars. Now, he says, right down here, this is a quote. I assume this is from Beschloss. This is like 1860. This is like 1940. Comparing it to the Revolutionary War and Roosevelt's dealing with the Nazis. And let me tell you why that's bullshit. The Revolutionary War, that was a war predicated on an intensely innate moral issue. Slavery bad. We all agree. There's no contention about that among Americans in this day and age. You will not find anyone other than the 5 racists that still actually exist in this country who says that slavery is a good thing or acceptable in any way. Okay, slavery bad. We all agree. So, this is not like 1860. Let's move up to 1940. We had another profoundly moral issue where people were being rounded up and slaughtered in camps. We had Nazi fucking Germany in the 40s. So to compare what's happening in our country right now to either of those is profoundly disgusting to me. You're really going to compare the divide between Republicans and Democrats to slavery or Nazi fucking Germany, bro? On the one hand, we have Republicans. We want voter ID. We want reasonable restrictions on abortion. We want our Second Amendment rights. We want reasonable tax rates so that people can afford to fucking live. We want crime prosecuted. We want America first, instead of sending all of our wealth overseas while homeless vets starve to death on the streets. Over here on the left, unrestricted abortion up to and including after birth, constant assault on free speech, Second Amendment rights, the right to privacy, collusion between big tech and the government to censor individual citizens, cancel culture, the constant assault on traditional values, which has had just hasn't that just been great for kids? You know, with the ever climbing adolescent suicide rate and mental health issue rate among teens. Hasn't the attack on traditional values been so good? And so to equate what's going on in our country to slavery or Nazi Germany is horseshit. It's just horseshit. Especially when you're doing it from the wrong side. One side is sane and reasonable, and the other side is just trying to destroy its own society. This is not an enemy without, and it's not an enemy within, where there is a universally recognizable moral issue, unless you want to go into abortion and the mutilation of trans kids. So maybe there is some comparison there, but it's certainly not comparable to Nazi Germany. And the fact that Biden is using this rhetoric, and the fact that pundits are making these comparisons, is just demonstrative of what the left is really pushing for. It is not the right who wants things to go into a kinetic civil war. It's the left. And I think that the BLM and Antifa riots of 2020 are proof of that. I'm in Washington State, where the left set up an autonomous zone. They flat out engaged in straight up treason against the United States of America by trying to take a piece of land that belonged to the United States of America and make it a sovereign state. And Washington and the city of Seattle let them. And you're going to tell me that it's the right that's inflaming things and making tensions worse. Okay, sure. In closing, I just want to say thank you to everyone who hit that subscribe button last night. I woke up to like 11 new subs. Holy shit. Thank you so much. I sincerely appreciate all of you joining the adventure. It means the world to us. Buckle up. It's going to be one hell of a ride. Until next time, welcome to the adventure.